Welcome to the channel. I am that streamer dude. My friends on Twitch call me Rocky. You can find the link in the description below if you want to swing by. I'd love to say hey. For a little background, I'm a streamer on Twitch. I've been streaming on Twitch for about 3 years, and actually 3 years next month. And streaming has been something that I have become very passionate about. I've spent a lot of time researching different ways to be more interactive on Twitch, ways that we can, make scenes interactive, and the best settings. And I decided that I was going to start a YouTube, and thank you for watching one of my very first videos here that could share some of that information, because I constantly have people coming in the stream asking me how I do different things. How do I create these scenes? How do I do this or that? And so I really thought it would be a cool way to get this information out there to everybody, and maybe everybody can learn a little bit from my experiences. Getting right into it, number one, turn off your viewer count. That seems so silly to a lot of you, and I know it does. But how many times have you been watching Twitch, or you've been watching other platforms, whether it's YouTube or and you dive into the stream and it's silence and just awkwardness too? I'm not, silence sometimes is not necessarily a bad thing, but I can tell you that if you're being silent and somebody drops in and you've got things going on, people are going to click out of that stream real quick. And I think one of the reasons, in fact, I know one of the reasons from talking to people, that people don't interact and aren't constantly talking on their stream or narrating what they're doing, which is not why everybody watches streams, but the narration, the interaction, and you are the reason that people are turning on your stream. People are going to click off that so fast. I know that that's happening because you think you have nobody watching. When you look over at your viewer count and it shows 0, it does something to you, to the point where you think, well, I'm gonna wait for that number to change. I'm gonna wait for that to hit 1. I'm gonna wait for that to hit 2. I know not all streamers do that. A lot of small streamers do a really good job of keeping the energy up regardless of their view count. But I think that turning that view count off and just checking your stats after the fact, which is something you should always be doing, is a much better way of ensuring that you keep your energy high and that you're always engaging, at least with your content. I understand that if people aren't in chat, you can't interact and you can't engage, and if people aren't talking, but you can still engage with your content. And that's what's gonna separate you from the other streamers in that category, or just on the platform in general, is your interaction. People tend to fall in love with streamers now for their personalities, for their way of playing games. And it's hard to get a feel for who you are and who you are as a creator if you're silent. You should always be streaming like you're streaming in front of 1,000 people. If you wanted to just turn on the game and be silent and play, you can do that. If that's how you want your stream to be, I'm not trying to take away your individuality. But if you're there to try and get engagement and try to get follows, then there's no way that people can know who you are as a content creator, who you are as a person, your personality, if you're sitting there silent. So one of the best ways to open yourself out of that box is to just turn off your viewer count. Hide it. I mean, I can walk you through it. I'm gonna walk you through it right now.
Gonna catch me riding dirty.
If you're on Twitch, come to your Twitch creator dashboard. Hit this thing that is literally glowing at you saying, click me. Click it there. Boom. Hit the X next to viewers. But why don't you have yours off? Don't worry about me. I honestly, one of the reasons that I don't have mine off is because I tend to do some cringy things. For instance, I created this, and sometimes I want to watch and make sure that the cringe isn't running people off, isn't running too many people off. One more thing I will say regarding your viewer count, even worse, listen, if you can stream and not look at your viewer count, then I think that's fantastic, and you can leave it up if it doesn't affect you. But subconsciously, I know this for a fact from talking to people and working with people, that if you have that viewer number up, you tend to look at it, and you may think that it doesn't affect you, but subconsciously it may, whether that's just bringing down your energy level, or it's restricting the amount of narration or just talking that you're doing. It does affect you, and that viewer number doesn't update super quickly. So sometimes you may have somebody in and out of your stream before you ever see that click going back up to 1. And the reason that they left is because it's just quiet gameplay. But the thing that I would say absolutely do not do is have your viewer list up. Don't look at your viewer list while you're streaming. I can tell you for certain, myself included, people that I've talked to, if you go into some people just want to lurk. And if you go into a stream and you're planning on lurking, maybe people are on their console. I watch a lot on my Apple TV. And so maybe you're just chilling back and relaxing. I actually like to watch a lot of small streamers, but nothing just rubs me the wrong way. Like sitting down, kicking my feet up, and then, oh, hey, Cobras, how you doing? When I haven't said anything, I don't plan on typing. Now I got to get my remote out. I could get a tendonitis in my deltricular vascular muscle. Sometimes people don't want to interact. And just don't call people out. Don't have your viewer list. Do me a favor, for 1 week, turn off your viewer count and just feel the weight off your shoulders. The second thing that I would say is overlooked by a lot of small streamers and big streamers in general is channel points. Channel points are a way that you can engage with your audience, give them reason to want to watch and earn things based solely on view time. There's no monetary aspect to it. If you create engaging and interactive channel points, people tend to want to be there so that they're accruing channel points, or lurking so that they're accruing channel points. And then they can use those to interact with you or troll you, because at heart, we're all just a little bit trolly. I see a lot of streams that do use channel points in interactive and even trolly ways, like eating bean boozles or singing some trolly song or whatever. And I think that is cool because it does encourage people to interact with you, and it's completely free. There's even a way that you can go in, there's actually several ways that you can have channel points trigger things in your OBS, so that when they redeem channel points, it can actually make something pop up on your screen like this, and it's just an easy interactive way. So it's channel points that somebody has there and accumulated for that time that you do something stupid, or that time that they may want to laugh at you or whatever. It can trigger things on your OBS, and it's just, again, free, interactive way to keep people engaged. Number 3, customize your alerts in your panels. Whenever you go into a stream and somebody has that default walking zombie that goes from Streamlabs, it just makes it feel like they haven't put the effort into it. And you feel like you're watching a small streamer. What you want is people that obviously know they're watching a small streamer, but have that thought of, this person is pretty good. This person could really make it as a streamer. This person could really pull in a big audience. They're underrated. People tend to tune into streams that they feel like are underrated, and definitely tell their friends about streams that they feel like are underrated. Share on Discord streams that they feel like are underrated. So when you have that opportunity to make a mark on somebody, you want to do it in any way possible. So having these default, there are no default panels, but just text in your panels, or default alerts, that just sends the message of you're not ready. In my opinion, if you're trying to create content that is, engaging, you're trying to grow, then I would definitely, before I ever started my channel, I would have some sort of panels. And there are all kinds of free resources out there for panels, and put some alerts together so that you can show that, hey, this is something that I actually care about. I've at least put a little bit of thought into this. And so it's so easy to just find some GIFs. I can't trigger you if I say it both ways. GIFs, and put them, plug them into Streamlabs, download some sound bites, do something so that you can have some kind of custom individuality with your alerts and your panels. Customize your follow alerts to something that just represents you, something that represents your gaming style, your host alerts, your raid alerts, something that represents you. If you're putting together bid alerts, I feel like overall the best way to use bid alerts is to have them engaging. So and you're gonna hear that word a lot from me, because I feel like unless you're a big streamer right now and you're not concerned with that kind of interaction with chat, I feel like engagement and interaction is what is going to draw people to streams anymore. There are so many streamers that people are just falling in love with you more so than your gameplay, unless you're a crazy aim god Shroud. So have alerts and bit alerts to where if you do something stupid, they have a bit alert that they can do to say, hey, you did something stupid. If something scary happens, they can have a scary bit alert to try and jump scare you. Or if you do something funny, they can have an alert that just, you get where I'm going with it, right? Interactive alerts, I feel like, encourage people more to use them, which is great. But also it keeps them having a fun time while you're there. And that's really what it's all about. You're there to build an audience. You're there to connect with people, and them having fun is going to keep them coming back. And it's just another way to connect with them. Number 4, watch your VODs. Watch your VODs. I can't tell you over the span of 3 years how many times I have gone into a stream and this is what I hear. Like, their volume is so low you can barely hear it over the gameplay. And I tend to give people the benefit of the doubt, but often I'll follow those people, or I'll go into the VODs and see how many streams in a row this has been happening. And sometimes it's multiple streams. Sometimes Windows updates will go in and destroy your sound settings, and I completely understand that. I'll show you a way to minimize that in a future video, but if you go in and at least watch your VOD, then holy cow, what's up with my sound? Why can nobody hear me? Because sometimes you may not have that person in chat that tells you. Sometimes you may not have that kind of audience yet, but you can go in 100% and skim through your VOD and know, oh dude, something's jacked up with my audio. I need to check that out. Or maybe visually there's something going on. I see a lot of people with green screens that just aren't cleaned up, that have been cleaned up before. Maybe their lighting was off or something and they didn't realize it. I don't know if they don't have their previews up or what, but again, it spans multiple streams. I plan on doing some videos that show like how to clean that up and how to make a good looking green screen cam. But if you went in and watched your VODs, you would know that this is something that needs to be addressed. And I think that a lot of people don't do that. Maybe it's because you feel weird watching your VODs. Maybe it's because like you don't like the sound of your voice. Get over it and watch your VODs, because how are you gonna know if this is a stream that somebody else wants to watch if you're not even watching your own stream? At least some of it. And finally, number 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Network. Everybody says network. I'm not talking about network like you think I'm talking about network. I'm not saying go into Joe Blow's stream and say, hey, Joe Blow, how the hell are you? I'm also a streamer. Here's my website. Link. I thought we were really old school, dude. I'm talking about being on Twitch and engaging on Twitch. If you want an engaging audience, if you want to build an audience, then you yourself need to be part of the Twitch community. Find streamers you like and interact with them. A lot of times, if you take a lot of people I get just watch the big streamers. But if you actually take the time yourself to go watch streamers your size, or to watch streamers a little bit bigger than you, and just be active in their community, send them raids, send them hosts, say hi every time you're there, interact with what's going on. You build relationships, and those relationships can really pay dividends, whether it's just building friendships or building a rapport with other streamers. Maybe you find ways that you can collab with people. But a lot of people are on Twitch or they're on YouTube and they're streaming and they're not spending any time on the platform other than their streams. And it is going to be so hard to be successful without engaging on those platforms outside of your stream time. Not only that, but it gives you ideas. Now, I'm not saying rip people off, but I'm saying sometimes there are things that you can take from other streamers that you like that you can implement into your own streams. Streaming has been around long enough now that so many people have taken and morphed things from other people that it's completely acceptable for you to do the same. So don't be afraid to take some things that you feel like other people are doing well and try to make it your own and implement it into your own stream. That's how things evolve. Join discords, meet other streamers, you know, meet people who just like to play games, that have friends that like to play games, who might like to watch other people play games. You know what I mean? Just, you have to be active in the community, and if you're not, it's going to be that much more of a struggle for you to really get started and get going. At the end of the day, you may be doing the majority of this stuff, but I wanted to just really share things that I have noticed over the years that I feel like people aren't utilizing to the max, that can really help to grow their streams. If you're just there to have fun, turn on the stream and have fun. Don't put panels in, don't do nothing, you know, just get on there and have fun. If you're looking to grow your channel, please subscribe and like this video. Swing on over to my Twitch channel in the description below. It's Cobruhs, COBRUHS. We are a community of bros. I would love to have you join the community. Feel free to stop by there and ask your questions. I hope that this video has been somewhat informative for you at the least. If it has, or if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Give me some questions, things you would like me to cover. I'm really just getting started with this channel. This is a brand new thing to me, but I am really excited to get going with this channel and hopefully share some of the knowledge that I have gained over the past 3 years, answer some of your questions, and I really hope that some of you guys found this useful, and I appreciate you watching the video to this point. Have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you next time, dudes.